What Eric Trip?
Yeah. No, you can go ahead.
All right, Eric Trip.
Man, I guess just kind of the attitude, mood coming off this last game. I mean, I know it was a tough loss at homecoming. What's kind of the attitude and mood of the team?
Yes, sir. The attitude, it's been good right now. You know, every week, every time, any game we've lost, we've come in. I feel like the attitude's been great. Coaches' attitudes have been great. Relaying messages across us, trying to keep our heads up. I know coming in, the days after the loss on that Monday, it's hard. You can see everyone's down, everyone's heads down, everyone's hurting. But then next day goes on. Out here at practice, I feel like we pick it back up and we have a great day.
Is Monday the Tell the Truth day?
Yes, sir, it is.
So was that hard yesterday?
Yes, sir. It's always hard, especially because watching film, it was really everyone was doing their jobs. It's just plays where they broke off for long ones or touchdowns. It was always just one guy not doing his job. So, I mean, we were one guy away from just having the whole job, and that goes to show that everyone on the team has a 1/11th, and we have to do our job.
Matt, as one of those seniors that probably wants to make a bowl game in his final year in college, knowing how much you guys' backs are against the wall, is that something you have to remind the underclassmen who can maybe say, oh, I still have 2 or 3 more seasons?
Yeah, I think that all the time, man. I know my past years, it's always been like, hey, we got to give these seniors a good way out for their last year, and I feel the same way this way. Just being a senior, having, you know, the few seniors that are still here, I feel like with all the stuff we've been through, all the good, all the highs, all the lows, I feel like everyone deserves a bowl game at the end of the year, and it's just a way to celebrate the hard work put in throughout the year.
Do you think you see that the underclassmen are still motivated to get that for you like you were for seniors past?
Yeah, I know a lot of them. A lot of them are motivated, especially a lot of the young players who play a lot. Their heads are still in the game, and they're doing a phenomenal job, actually. I give them a lot of credit. The young guys like Tez, the D-line, Jarrell, they're all doing a great job keeping their head up. And I would just say for the players who don't really play, the players who really aren't out there, I know a lot of them maybe could put it to the side and be like, oh well, things aren't going my way. Not really into the whole game and the whole process of going to a bowl game, but just doing our job and making sure they know what the bowl games mean to the seniors.
Do you feel as a senior, as a person with some experience, that you're making your voice a little bit louder than maybe you normally would be?
Yes, sir. I know I come off as a quiet guy. My whole life I've been a quiet guy, not really the one to talk, but I know coming in, especially with Coach Robinson, he helped me out a whole lot with that, just keeping on at me, being on my tail all the time about it, and I feel like I've definitely come out and I've talked more. I've come out of my shell a lot more and done a lot better with the on the field and off the field communication.
Matt, Coach talked the other day about making sure your rush lanes are good because Donovan's a guy that can get out. How key is that this week to not let him get on the edge?
Yeah, it's a very major key into winning this game. He's not like the other quarterbacks we face where they're shifty, fast, and can do a lot of work, but he's more of a tall, physical, big quarterback guy, and he always falls forward. He's a hard guy to get down, so I just know keeping those rush lanes, having gap integrity, and especially when they like to do counter pull with the quarterback, so just stopping that'll be a big part of the game.
Does he remind you a little bit of the Texas State quarterback? TJ Finley a little
Yeah,
bit?
it does.
Bigger,
Just
bigger body
very
type
big,
guy.
tall. Yeah, he's pretty much like that, you know. I think he's like 6'5", 6'6", like 2 something. So yeah, he's pretty similar to Texas State's quarterback.
In terms of y'all making that bowl game, to sort of back that again, with 3 wins in your first game, what makes you confident in this team that they can get 3 in their last 4 and get to that?
Yeah, man. We could all sit here and confidence could fall, things could fall down, but I would just say the talent on this team is incredible. I would say if you could compare it to another team, it'd be the 2021 team. Just the way the talent of the team is insane, and when we go out there on the field, we're obviously not showing what our talent can do. I just feel like if a lot of the guys would realize what this team has and what this team holds behind the scenes, even from the beginning we could have did a lot of great things. And I just feel like right now, if we just keep our head on and go win out on these next 4 games, 3 games for a bowl game, we'll be good.
What do you feel like is missing then? If the talent is there, what do you feel like is missing?
I don't know. I was thinking to myself the other day after talking to Coach, and what I think, I feel like when we come out to practice, it's great. It's phenomenal. We have, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people get tired of hearing it, but we have great practices. We're out there, energy, we're rolling, pads popping. I feel like we're putting all the work in, every bit of work you could put in until the game starts. I feel like within the 3 hours or whatever the game's going on, the 4 quarters, I just feel like all the work we put in, everything we've done, it's not unleashing. And that's really when it needs unleashed, because it's all the work you put in, that's what you want to do, is you go out there and display.
Is there something that you can pick out that you guys are doing on the road that maybe isn't happening at home? Because I feel like it's pretty strange to see a team with a perfect road record.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah, that's a hard one too, because like when it's hard to explain, because when we go on the road, it's just like a different feeling. You don't really have no one by your side as compared to when you're here. You got the fans, you got your cheerleaders, your dance people, your band. Everyone's on your side, But when you go on a away game, it's like, oh, it's us versus them. And I feel like when we're here at home, we don't really think of like, oh, it's us versus them. It's just, I feel like we're thinking of it as us, as in the stadium versus them, rather than how it needs to be us players versus them players. And when we go on away games, I feel like that's what we do.
Anything else from Matt?
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks. All right, we got Josh Cameron here. Questions from Josh?
Josh, I guess, kind of what's the attitude coming back from that game? I mean, tough loss, homecoming loss, what's the attitude?
I'd say the attitude is we just got to get it fixed, kind of get it corrected. Kind of looking like back at that game, a lot of the plays, it was just like kind of like one little thing off, or just a little thing here, and for really like from us being like that close, like into the game. So I think just really just getting like cohesive and basically fixing that one little thing would just make all the difference.
A lot of injuries at receiver. Is that maybe put more pressure on you or the other guys to step up?
I wouldn't say that. We got young guys like Armani, Cam Bonner is going to start getting more time. So they've been putting the work in all season. They've just been staying focused, and I think it's going to transition well. And I've just been kind of like talking to them, like, just really motivating them to be like y'all are here for a reason. Like, I believe in y'all. Coach Bake believes in y'all. Like, just go out there and just play, man. Like, this is the game we all love, and like just do your thing.
Didn't you come in with Cameron?
Yeah, same class. Yes, sir.
In terms of a bowl game, I mean, how much motivation is there for some of the younger guys to get that opportunity for the seniors when we have this one game?
I would say there's a whole lot of motivation. I've just kind of been talking to them too, just kind of stressing the importance of a bowl game, like what that means for the seniors. Like, that's a whole nother game, a whole nother chance to like play before like going out. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a huge like motivation factor, and just basically keeping everyone up, and just stressing like we still have a chance for a bowl game. Like, it's a whole nother game, and it can change the trajectory of next season by winning that game too.
What do you see from Houston's defense?
Their defense is actually really interesting. They run like a lot of different schemes. Like last week, they kind of run Iowa State's kind of U structure defense. They'll just do basically cover four kind of defense, like a normal 4-3 defense. So they don't. I wouldn't say they really have like a true identity for their defense. So like, it's kind of like you don't really know what you're gonna see. But just watching the film, kind of just being ready for like whichever look. If they play the U structure, we got rules for that. If they just play 4 down, then we have rules for that as well. So just kind of seeing that on film and just not being too worried.
Coach said something about that U structure.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that to me?
So it's the U defense is basically like 3 high safeties and then just like 3 down linemen. And so basically like that U player, instead of it being like a lineman or like a linebacker, he's basically just like a deep linebacker. So if he sees run, then he's triggering really hard. But if he sees pass, then he's obviously in the pass game. So it's just kind of like a player that's kind of floats. It just kind of follows the ball wherever it goes type deal. Yeah.
Coach Orlando said he was trying some new things and trying to get you guys to start a little bit faster in games. What, from your perspective, has worked in that regard, and what needs to change more to get you to start games faster?
He basically changed kind of like how warm-ups went. He changed basically we started doing like an individual period with our coaches, basically just everyone like out on the field. That was like kind of one thing that he noticed, and really I noticed too that a lot of the guys we were just kind of like sitting inside, just a little too much and not really getting our bodies moving. So I think honestly that helps a lot, and then really just people just making plays in from the beginning, just going into the game. That would just help basically corral the whole team. So if someone makes a big play, like everyone feels that energy. So I think if we like start getting more plays, either from me or just whoever, just someone making a big play to start us out, I think that would just help a whole lot.
Yeah, just confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would that do just to get off to a good start like that and take a lead on Houston? What would that do for you guys?
Oh, it would be everything. I think you can feel the energy. I think it was with Cincinnati. You could feel the energy when we were up. Like there was never any doubt of like can we lose this or that. Like everyone was attentive. Like everyone like knew like we was gonna win that game. So I think just getting out in front just brings a whole like another level of confidence for everyone on the sideline and in the stands too.
How comfortable are you at coverage right now? I feel like you've been taking some chances.
Yeah. No, I'm super comfortable. I think I really just want to thank Coach Hancock for giving me the opportunity. Like I've never done it till this year, and he was just like, "Hey, I'm just gonna put you back." I was like, "Shoot, I'll give it a chance." So I think like as the season's just been going on, just kind of getting a feel for it and just like knowing like the spacing and all that, I think it's been real cool and real fun, honestly.
You just peek and see if somebody's coming up on you, or
Yeah, you can like basically like I'm just like looking up, and then you can like see them like peripheral vision. Like that's like the main thing. And then sometimes I'll do like a little peek, and then it's kind of judged off of that. Yeah.
Anything else, Josh? All right.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.